to the T. When I look at what I see, I could truly say that's all me. Pack my things up, make some pit stops. Catch me in the hilltops on the side of the country. Came back from being down 1-3. We the 16 Cavaliers, whole team hungry. Keep the family roots like we came from one tree. One branch, one leaf. Had to embark on this voyage, double parked in the tourist. Thank the ones before us to let us peep this was for us. Turn porous into pour up. Nas Bellinis in 3 letters, what they call us. She in bikinis, I make it rain in her for us. Tropical forecast where the water be the purest. Can't get back time watching your wrist. Stay nourish. All that music brought us and it taught us. Spread it to your sons and daughters, cause my duffel bag filled to the T. When I look at what I see, I could truly say that's all me. Pack my things up, make some pit stops. Catch me in the hilltops on the side of the country. Came back from being down 1-3. We the 16 Cavaliers, whole team hungry. Keep the family roots like we came from one tree. One branch, one leaf.
And we don't never compete. Yeah, the roads is bumpy. Sipping bubbly, now we living comfy. I be chillin' with my son, watching Teletubbies. Got a fine black woman and she called me hubby. I feel sorry for the woman who had tried to dub me. Now they wonder how my life turned out, come see. I pay my bills monthly, and I don't never rush things. It's just me and my brother and we stay hungry. Now we traveling the countries, which is very humbling. Cause coming from where we from, we done seen the ugly. Used to rock rugby, yeah, late night trooping. We would go to Stumpy's and cop fried dumplings. ISO, 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 ISO.
Duffel bag filled to the T. When I look at what I see, I could truly say that's all me. Pack my things up, make some pit stops. Catch me in the hilltops on the side of the country. Came back from being down 1-3. We the 16 Cavaliers, whole team hungry. Keep the family roots like we came from one tree. One branch, one leaf.
Hey, yeah. Where do we go? After our summer went cold. Coming in hot, I was playing it slow. Letting our story unfold. Baby, I know. Stunting outside, just stunted our growth. Oh, cause all rainbows don't end with a pot of gold. You wanted something from me, wasn't giving shit back. Gave you my trust, I ain't giving that back. Taking my time, I was giving you slack. Too deep in, I gotta unpack. It's all in the past now, baby, that's that. Said you ain't doing nothing wrong, that's cat. Still trying to dodge all the holes in the cracks that you left here with me when you turn your back. And all I got was nothing. All I got was nothing. And all I got was nothing. All I got was nothing. Where do we go? After our summer went cold. Coming in hot, I was playing it slow. Letting our story unfold. Baby, I know. Stunting outside, just stunted our growth. Oh, cause all rainbows don't end with a pot of gold. Where do we go? Coming in hot, I was playing it slow. Letting our story unfold. Baby, I know. Oh, cause all rainbows don't end with a pot of gold. I guess that fairy tale ending ain't really come true. I'd rather be 6 feet deep than be stuck with you. Everything's blue, everything's through. I know you can feel it too. And all I got was nothing. I know you can feel it too. All I got was nothing. All I got was nothing. I know you can feel it too. All I got was nothing.
Hello. Hello, everyone. How are we? Hope you're well. It feels like a while, doesn't it? It feels like a little while since we've had a chat. It's only been a week. But my word, that has felt long. That has felt long, that's what she said. But we're back now. We're back. I'm sure we've got loads to catch up on. I'm sure you've all got a lot of news for us to get through. So we'll play a catch up with how you've all been. We'll fill you briefly in what's been happening in the world of TJ. And obviously, we have some stuff with the Kaizer Chiefs to do. So we should probably focus on that, because I can see the league table and I think we need to try and sort things out a little bit. So let's do that, shall we? Let's mosey on over to South Africa. It's January transfer window time, and that's always fun, isn't it? That's always fun. So should we do that? Let's do that. Evening, one and all. Hope you're well. Welcome. As you can see, we are 8th with the Kaizer Chiefs. If you're brand new to the stream, by the way, and if you're brand new to this save in particular, we are trying to win a Pentagon before FM25 comes out. So, sorry, I'm hoping for another delay, because we are 4 seasons in. We're still in South Africa. We've only just made it to the top division. So, we're probably a little bit behind in terms of where we should be with regards to winning the Pentagon. It's still doable, of course, when FM25 comes out, but we will be going to the wire, I think, by the looks of it. So we are the Kaizer Chiefs. We have previously been Cape Town Spurs, who ironically are above us now, and we've also been the Black Leopards, who are in Division 1. So we've taken our time to get where we are. And yeah, this is our first season in the Kaizer Chiefs. Won 7, drawn 4, lost 6, which is disappointing. Do you know what I mean? That's not great. I mean, it's, yeah, results-wise aren't brilliant. We started very well. We look like we're having a fantastic time. And then just nonsense happened, to be honest. A few poor results, and then some good results again, and then another couple of bad results. So, yeah, hopefully we can turn it around, and it'll be fine. Don't worry, it'll be fine. We should say hello, by the way, to everyone who's in the chat. Dagameyer's here. JM Thoughts is here. Hello, JM. Hope you're well, my friend. I've seen that you got man flu, so hope you get better soon, buddy. We don't want to be strucken down with the man flu. It's awful. Barton's in there as well. Calispiramine Wolf. Stephen's here. Deadpool's here. Render's in. Who else have we got there? Ruggiero, of course, is here. Welcome into everyone who's just chilling in the background. We've got people over on YouTube as well. Hello, people on YouTube. You're all incredibly welcome. Also, if you are brand new, make sure you drop a follow on the Twitch stream. Leave a like on the YouTube. Get the subscribe buttons out as well. Come and join us. Triple P's here as well. Mura Kanye is in. Nice to see you all. So results haven't been great. Players are knackered, clearly. We've got a game in 4 days' time. Let's just skip forward until we get to that point. But yeah, what's been happening? Tell me what you've been up to the last week. What have I missed by not being around? And presumably I've missed loads. Don't talk about real football, though, because we're not talking real football, because it's all just nonsense, in it. I'm not really interested in any of it. I've gone back into my whole, like, you know what, nah, I can all just fuck off. It's like, do you know what it is, right? And I think this has worked quite well, is I signed up to that Blue Sky, and it's nice over there. It's nice. And do you know why it's nice? Because I don't follow any football accounts, so I don't have to listen to any football chatter, and that's made life feel so much better. There's no shit football banter. No one passing off the same joke as their own. No discussion of VAR. Oh, it's just lovely. So yeah, I'm having a nice time over there. Unlike the bin fire that they call Twitter. But yeah, that's been a thing. Rugio's on his second week of leave from work. That's been good. That does sound good. You get some leave, get some relaxation on, Rouge. You deserve it. You've worked hard this year. Stephen, yellow injured, dropped my work laptop on my toe yesterday. Oh dear. Which toe? because that's a varying degree of injury, isn't it? If it's your big toe, that should theoretically just bounce straight back off, no issues at all. But if you're injuring a little toe, that's the worst one. That's the one. That's the one for balance. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, you might want to have a look at that. Bennett McQuainer is wanting out of Cape Town, which is interesting because he's one of our players that we like. Interesting. Nasty cut between the biggest and second biggest. Ooh. I've just a little look down there. Oh yeah, that doesn't sound fun actually, does it? No. Deadpool, open blue sky in the last 20 minutes is like the other one used to be. Good feels. Yeah, it is. It is for now. And don't worry, it will be overran by idiots shortly. But for now, it's fine. And, you know, that's nice. But as I say, I don't feel compelled to follow the same sorts of people that I've been following on the other platforms. So it's so it does make life a little bit easier at the minute, which is good. So let's have a quick little nosy around. We know we've got a couple of players that are injured out here, so I'm going to try and remember which players do what, because I know it's been a week, and a week feels long, doesn't it, when it's in this sort of situation, because it's like, well, what have we done in this time? Which players did we used to have? Who did what? Yeah, I'm not 100% sure just yet. Castillo, that's the guy that needs to come back in it. It's Castillo in for Redebe. I feel like that right back's young, so okay, let's go with it. Let's hope we can get a result, shall we? Deadpool hiding in the FM corner of it, so I think it'll be all right. Yeah, I'd imagine so. I've not followed a lot of FM people in there either, so I've just sort of followed people that I know personally, the people that I like, so it's I'm not being overawed by that either. So Dan in for 40 months, my word, Dan. There we go, look at that. Superb service. Excellent work. Appreciate you, my friend. Stevens decided to take a new save with Alex Horn's Taskmaster team. The Taskmaster team, excellent. What is that, like a custom database? Is it, or have you gone with the team that he supports in real life? Because doesn't he support he supports a non-league team, but he supports Liverpool at the same time. So you can't have two teams, can you, Alex? Come on. Feature request for FM: when you fire the game up after a week, call a team meeting. Where have you been? Could do that. But then technically, it would just be real life, wouldn't it? That would be how real life is in the space of a week. So it should be fine. They shouldn't be overly surprised. Having a pro team and a non-league team was acceptable. I don't know. We're getting into ethical dilemmas here, aren't we? Shabba-la-la-la-la-la with a goal. Possibly, but as long as one of them's not a Premier League team. Maybe do that. I don't know. He's director of the team sponsored by the show. Oh, okay, cool. Interesting. Giving the ball away early doors again. Right, okay. Take that off. Right. maybe pass into space isn't the option, but we not really didn't really pass the ball into space, to be honest. It was just give the ball away. Seemed to be the order of the day. I say again, another error. It's McFarney, but he's quite good. Again, it's led to another goal. Right, okay, look. What if your second, third, fourth teams have come from FM spots? See, there's a difference, but you're not going to be a fan of those teams, are you? You might have an affection for them and an affiliation with them, but they're not going to be a team that you support. So, yeah, you can have an affiliation with a team, but an affection, but I don't think you're going to be a fan. Like, great finish by Dupree's. Like, I like Blythe Spartans. I wouldn't say I'm a Blythe Spartans fan. I like Blythe Spartans, Certainly don't want to see anything go bad with them, but I don't think any Blythe Spartans fan would say that I'm a Spartans fan per se. Paying real money to travel to see Swansea. Yeah, exactly. 2 in the same league as criminal. Oh, yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that. That's not a thing at all, is it? Mifkane crosses it in. Cleared away. Shabalala. Mifkane. 3-2. There we go. Kaizer Chiefs turning the game around. What a first half this has been. 37 minutes, 5 goals. It's worth the entrance fee alone, this. Right, so now we're only 6 points behind the Orlando Pirates, who have got 2 games in hand. Champions League spot is second place, as you can see, so still 5 points behind Sundowns. So that's better. Although actually, no, we need to bring Mifkane off. He's quite tired. Okay to have preference tiers, preferring teams from a certain area they play other teams. Preference is fine. Saleh makes it 4-2. Some might think that's us straying into real football chat already, so maybe we pull it back. Maybe we start to look at other things again. So, yeah, remind me what your week's been. What you've been up to. What have you done? Where are we? I have a preference team that plays in red and white stripes. Preference isn't supporting them. Yeah. Yeah, if your preference is every team in red and white stripes, that means you're not supporting all those teams there. So. Dan's been ill. Oh. There's a bit of illness going around. There is, isn't there? Oh. Crazy goalkeeping. I was trying to work out what's been happening at our place, to be honest. There's been a fair bit going on. Some of it's, some of it's just crap life stuff. Some of it's like trying to organise things. Like obviously I've had this comedy showcase that I've been doing, which was yesterday, so that's been quite busy the last few weeks. Getting up to the final performance yesterday, so that was good. I had 8 weeks worth of that, so that's now all finished. So my Tuesdays are back to myself, so might get a bit more, well, might get some sleep now, be quite good. It's one less thing to worry about. And then I've managed to get back in the gym, which has been nice. It's been cool, getting some workouts done. Hurt my ankle as well at the same time, so that's not brilliant. That really hurt my ankle, in fact. To the point where I don't think I've done my Achilles in, but it does hurt in that area. But yeah, no, I rolled it in a pothole. That's rubbish, isn't it? Like when you think that, you know, you sort of pick up some weights and that, you do like sort of decent heavy training, and then you roll your ankle in a pothole. That's rubbish. It's like surviving the apocalypse and then like stepping on a rusty nail and getting a tetanus. Denise Van Houten's got some nerve. She has, yeah, rocking up to the DJ events that my mate Ian's at. I know, the brass neck on that woman. He's got no clue either. Ian, he didn't know. I texted him, he's like, oh my God, I can't believe it. I was like, yeah. He's like, she walked around as if she was normal. I said, yeah, she'll do that. Yeah. So now he's a bit wary of her as well. Understandably so. So Twisted, a musical based on Disney's Aladdin. From Jafar's perspective, think wicked but drunk and crass. I mean, there's a lot of words in there that I don't really know, to be honest, but it sounds like you've had fun. That's very good. Oh, piss off. Oh, disallowed. I was going to say 4-4. What? House renovating for months now. Frazzled or render. House renovations are grim, aren't they? Like, they are super grim. It's the worst. That Cagbo, he's one of our players, one of our old players. Cabello. Abdu is one of our old players. Are we going to be able to see it through? Look, they have 26 shots. We can't concede that many shots against decent teams, can we? I mean, we've won it somehow. 62% possession. They had 26 shots. I mean, yeah, that's fine. We need to be better. We need to be a lot better. I think we need to buy players in January. We've got 160 grand. That's not a lot of money. It's not a lot, is it? We might be able to get one or two players in on loan. Possibly. We're going to need to. JDR Stars, bottom of the league. Right. Then I think we need to do a bit more. Ooh, right, okay. It'll be fine. We can sort this one out. Suggesting a full switch around. I'm tempted to just play. You know what? Let's play the full strength side, because we can give them a rest in January. I know they're a bit tired, but maybe we just go for it. They've got all of January to recover. So one more performance, lads. Right? I know you've had Christmas. I know you're all probably full of turkey. What's the situation with players' contracts? Are they all expiring? Contract general expiry date. Right, who expires this year? Goalkeeper, defender Castillo, Radaby, Simmons. All right, a couple of players, not lots of players. Passing the space, higher tempo, step up. I mean, look, there's a lot of things they're expecting us to do there that I'm not 100% convinced about, but we can go attacking. Let's see if that works. Right. I mean, we've all played bottom of the table before. We all know how this goes, right? It's only going to end badly. Yeah, Castillo's complacent, so... You're winning, you feel it in the gut. Okay, Stephen. We are playing bottom of the league, so you would think that we're the favourites, right? But I know, but I know what we're like. I know what we're like. I'll take 0-0. I'll take it right now. Yeah, could be indigestion. Good point. Yeah, any feelings are, yeah. We certainly can't attribute that to anything. Shabalala down the line. Good cross in. Oh, we've headed it wide. Six shots, 5 on target. Look, seemingly the only highlight so far. Even bearded child, welcome in. What colour are we? We're yellows. Yellow for the Kaizer Chiefs. Red for the Stars. Keeper collects. Now possible counter-attack on. No, Pettersson holds it. Out to Sam. Ocon. Here's Frosler. Dupree's. Okay. Dupree's goes around the outside. Crossed it in. It's blocked. Shabalala's tapped it in though. 1-0. There we go. Evening, Root. Nice to see you, buddy. Welcome. Good video. Thank you very much. Thank you, Root One. Appreciate that. It's a long one, isn't it? It's a long one. It's a good 20 minutes, but it's more FM con ideas. You're always well combed. I salute you. Hey, look, you got to. Do you know what I mean? If your vibe is good hair, then you got to make sure it looks all right, doesn't it? Made some good points. Thank you. That was my intention, was to make it good points. It's a long one. That's what she said. Zeep's here. There we go. No one else picked up on that's what she said. Come on, you're all slipping. Yeah. Okay, so 1-0 up against bottom of the league. It keeps us 6 points behind Orlando. Barton's in on 22 months. Appreciate that, Barton. Oh, almost an own goal. Don't know that to be impressed or disappointed. Yeah, it's an interesting one, that one, isn't it? Slightly more highbrow chat tonight. We must have new people in. I think so. Colchester United's got a function room. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm trying to avoid football clubs, really, due to the tribal nature of football fans, and also, like, Colchester's not the most accessible place to get to, because we might, if we're hoping to attract international visitors as well, then we probably need somewhere that's going to be closer to an airport. We are scoping out one venue, possibly. Deadpool's in as well on the tier 1. I'm pretty sure Deadpool. Hype trains on the go. Choo choo choo. We're off. At one point we might have to do a charity stream to raise money to get this thing working. But 2-0. But yeah, we're trying to get as many ideas as possible. Nothing is off the table just yet, apart from the person who said we could go and who said that St James's Park's function was free, and I was like, no, that's not happening. Am I going to England with the mad scientist? Yes, you are, Sigurd. Yes, you are. You absolutely are. Yeah. Rugio, what are you playing at, man? You lovely, lovely human being, you. Gifting out 5. You utter legend. Utter legend. Safrox picks up. Score one more, picks one up. Razor Blade picks one up. Where's the cue ball going? Picks one up. Chainsaw picks one. Rugio. Honestly, thank you. Thank you. I genuinely appreciate it, buddy. You're very, very kind. You're very kind. You do know I'll spend those 5 subs on football shirts, so I'll find. I saw that there was another Slemon one on classic football shirts, so I might go and get that with that. So thank you very much. It's very kind. Or really, what I should do is I should put it towards FM Con. So either or, really. But no, thank you very, very much indeed. Early subby Christmas, well in, yeah. Can't believe it. The next time around, it will be Christmas. Next time around, it's quite frightening, isn't it? It's quite scary when you say it out loud like that. So, yeah, okay. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be absolutely fine. You picked up the Slemon third shirt after Salty mentioned it. That's the one I'm thinking about. I'm thinking the third shirt. It's lush, isn't it? It's really, really nice. And it's super cheap. I think it's about 25 quid as well. So yeah, it's definitely worth a look. FM Con presented by Rugio. Pretty much, yeah. He will be the beacon of the show. So Al Nasser want to sign Sailor. 9 goals in 20 games, 10 assists. He's previously scored 18 and 11. Doesn't feel comfortable in big matches. He's out of contract next season. 59 grand. To me, that doesn't seem much, but his preferred destination would be Damak in Saudi. Don't know if that's much better, to be honest, is it? You just picked up a Bayern Munich away shirt from '98. Oh, lovely. Is that which one's the let me have a look. Which one's the Bayern away shirt from '98? Oh yes, yeah, that's a class one. The white and red one. Yeah, that is stunning. Yeah, big fan of that. Big fan. Get that contract extension on him. Contract extension on you. Everyone else has got plenty of time left, haven't they? So we'll work all that out. But they've all got extensions. Let's just put that in. Actually, you probably should move up to the first team now because we know a little bit about you, don't we? Trigger the extension for Bad Boy. You want to badge your Juventus shirt? I want to badge your Brescia shirt. Or I want the USA 94 Baggio one. But they're expensive. They're like 250 quid. Which, you know, is money well spent. Let's not beat around the bush. It's money well spent. But it's a difficult conversation with Mrs. J going, so what I've done is I've bought a Roberto Baggio shirt from USA 94. Like, she wouldn't be not expecting it, but still, sometimes it's easier to let her know beforehand, isn't it? Some people say it's better to, you know, beg for forgiveness than ask in the first place, but I'm not sure. Tell TG he'll sponsor without money, but it'll be good exposure. He's a stand-up, he's used to it. Oh god, yeah, the amount of times that people try and do that for stand-ups. Yeah. Do you want to do this gig? It'd be great. We'll advertise you on social media. That's good. You've got less social media followers than I've got. This seems to be some sort of advantage to you here. In fact, actually, I genuinely had that. This is going to sound really horrible. I genuinely had that from my brother's Sunday League team. Like, because he's my nephew plays for a kids team, and he asked me. He was asking like everyone, like, oh, you know, like for club sponsors and that. And I just asked. I was like, well, look, you know, how much are you looking for? Because maybe, like, you know, the podcast can help out and cover it. And he's like, and I was like, you know, what is it you're doing? And he says, oh yeah, like, you know, you'll get exposure on all of our social media channels. And I was like, mate, you've got like 50 followers. I was like, no offense, like I'm not getting anything, am I? Like, do you just want the money for the football shirts? Don't give me that. And I felt bad for saying it, but I was like, that's not exposure. Come on. I'm pretty sure 50 out of those 50 followers, was about 3 were actually real people. So, yeah. Bonjour, Neil Fitzpatrick. Welcome in, buddy. Hope you're good. Neil's over on YouTube there, so I hope you're well, my friend. Right, transfer window is open. FM Consoles in on the resubs. Here we go. Right, things are about to take a turn. FM Consoles in. There's going to be a few things that are going to be said. They're going to start an argument. Form's going to dip. And then Console's going to be sat going, is this my fault? Yeah. Seen social media influencers do that before. I hate this. Try to score freebies as a small business. Oh, it's horrible. It's horrible. Rouge. Just like, oh yeah, I'm not going to pay for this meal, like, but I'll promote you on social media. Like bullshit, innit? Or like trying to get like photographs done for free or something. It's like, yeah, it's grim. Leandro Tom, crossing and dribbling of 12, acceleration of 13, 18 years old, 6'4", formerly the Black Leopards. Let's try and bring him in, actually, at the end of the season, shall we? Let's keep his options open. Okay. I see what you're doing there. Scouts on right fully, it's not just my fault. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Let's look at all the evidence that's been placed before us, console. It's quite difficult to argue against it, and I would love to argue against it. But yeah, I'm a big fan of yours, as you know. Maswagani looks fairly decent as well, doesn't he? It's another Leopards player. He's already on our shortlist. Magpopa. Magorpa? Wanted by loads of teams. Transfer listed 300 grand, sorry. 800 quid wages. He seems to be the one that's going to be attracting most of the attention. Some people watch the world burn. Yeah. Some people want to watch, and some people want to start the fires, and I think we've got both sides of the coin here, haven't we? So I think we'll be fine. We've got some good strikers coming through in the youth intake by the looks of it. Fullbacks, centre backs, attacking mids, and wing backs, fine, but the rest of them, shite. Evidence is a great first name. Hope his sister is called Faith and his parent like his balance. Yeah. It's got cousin probability over there as well. You want to go there? You're too young, good. What we could do with is we probably could do with a new goalkeeper. He's made a couple of mistakes recently. Central midfield destroyer. And still another centre back. That's what I'm thinking. That's our main areas to focus. I mean, Edson Castillo is probably going to be on his way out, so we need to replace him sooner rather than later. So yeah, let's have a quick little nosy about and see what's on the shortlists. Because we've got a little bit of money. We've got what, 160 grand, which is probably not going to get us someone of the level that we want. So maybe a loanee is the way forward. I'm enjoying rattling people on social media in my spare time. I won't lie, it's a lot of fun. I mean, you've kept yourself busy, haven't you? You know, angering people, but it's all fun. It's all fun. I think sometimes there's just arguments to be had, isn't it? You know? Turn up, have an argument, move away. Yeah, a player called Ronaldo. A Brazilian Ronaldo as well, so the proper one. Tulani Van Rooyen. He sort of looks alright, doesn't he? Let's stick him on the shortlist, shall we, for a second? What's he done? Oh, he's not done much. He just likes to start arguments. Good vision, good technique. Let's get the scouts on you as well. Solomon Tway. I mean, no, we don't know anything about him at all. Right, okay. So that's for DLPs. What about someone who's maybe like a ball winner, possibly? No, no one for DMs. Call it debates more than arguments. It's discussions. It's a bit of everything. It's a bit of everything. You know? It's called thinking outside the box is what it is. Let's have a little scout of Ronaldo. If he's out of contract, let's see if he wants to come on trial. He's 31, so he might be okay. He's not got any caps though internationally, so that might be a concern. No goalkeepers to suggest. Elias McQuania. Where's he come from? Tunis. 2 goals. A superb signing. Leading Premier League striker who doesn't score goals. Where did he play? Tunisia. Free agent. We'll get him in on a trial. See what he looks like. But I mean, it's concerning, isn't it? Juan Pablo Freitas, Peruvian and Argentinian. Now we're talking. Let's get this guy in on trial. And then Macania. Fitness is good. Decision making, concentration, marking look decent, but everything else not so much. Right, let's see what happens. We're in the the January transfer window now, so where do we feel as though we could strengthen? Everywhere, really. To be honest, everywhere. Is a Brazilian called Ronaldo is better to be good, or his parents have set him up for disaster? Yeah, true. Unless he's just called Ronald, and he's put the O on just to try and be cool. So, Macana. Looks fine, but might become a leading player. Don't know. Play console is a controversial take on FM. It is, and that's what angers people. Console, you come over here with your buttons, you know, and your console-like UI, and your articulate videos. I've welcomed you. Freitas, star player in the division, so that means lots of money, presumably. 14 grand. Yeah, we can't afford that. What's everyone else on? Where's our top wage? Yeah, our top wage is 8,000. So yeah, we're not going to pay 14, I don't think. So no, that's not going to happen, sadly. Still looking at the 94-95 database. Surprising I left wingers I don't know. Really? You must be able to know most of them, surely. Jason Wilcox is the answer for all those questions. Can you add databases onto the onto the console version. You can't, can you? That would be a shame. That's a shame. I feel that's bits that you're going to be missing out on, sadly. We have buttons, but 90% of us is on the space bar. Yes, that's a good point. That's a good point. That's a reasonable point, actually. Straight to Andy Sinton. No idea why. Oh, that's a good shout. It's a very good shout. Bad Boys going nowhere. Petrojet want Duba. He's interested. Well, no, you know what? No, let's just not do it right now. Let's keep you where you are. Make Maradona and put him up against Messi in MLS. Oh, okay, interesting. Right, we're still going to reject offers from Al Nassr for players. Mauro Dieng's on his way out somewhere. We can't go in for him. We can't. We've already had him before. Let's do that as a development week, actually. It's so friendly, isn't it? Oh, so Beijing can go in for Sevilla, but we can't, apparently. This is the one we tried to buy, and then the board were like, oh yeah, we don't want to buy a player from our rivals because that'll upset them. Let's just see, shall we? Al Hazim wants Sale. I'm putting it up. I'm going up to the 325 bit. We're not messing around for cheap. If you want them, you got to pay for them. You know. The board feel uneasy and therefore will cancel the preferred transfer. I mean, again, that's strange, isn't it? Maybe a board think they're actual pirates. Maybe that is that. I've not considered that. That could be it. Maybe they are actually concerned that we're trying to sign real pirates. God, imagine if that was the actual situation, though. And they were just like, look, we really can't. We can't sign pirates. The board grew up and revel in the thought of weakening a rival club. You would think that, wouldn't you? You would think that they'd be all for that, but apparently not. They're like, oh no, we will upset them. We're not doing build a nation. You know, we've moved on. 110 grand for someone who's worth 450 grand. No. To get the Pirates and give them a solid job and a chance to turn their lives around. I mean, look, I'm not saying that a pirate isn't a solid job. You know, it's a profession. It's a career of choice. It's not a career I would choose, but you know, you can make a living, not an honest living, but you can make it a living doing it. You get to travel. So, yeah. Far be it from me to say that you know what you should and shouldn't do. But I do think that in this moment in time, we can't really discount the fact that they might be real pirates. So let's go back to that short list of players we've got here. So Duplessis, the goalkeeper's been freed again. Goalkeepers are going to be tricky to buy in this league, I reckon. Along with centre halves. Dortley still doesn't want to come to us. Cameron Carnell. Jumping reach of 9, but acceleration of 14. Wanted by clubs in China. It's formerly been at the Kaizer Chiefs, so he might not want to come back. Benjamin Wallace, jumping reach of 12. Decent acceleration, decent marking, decent tackling. Setramane, which, well, he's gone to play for Cape Town. We couldn't get him in. That's a young player that's wanted by decent clubs, so he might be alright. Matuena, 30 years old. No nonsense. Bit of experience, possibly. Siassi, again, looks fine, but his jumping reach isn't very good. Dlamini, only 18 years old. He might be good. This fella might be alright. Jumping reach 9 to 14. If it's on the higher end, which is probably unlikely given the fact he's 5'11", we might struggle with that. Get the scouts on him again. See what they're saying. Jumping reach of 17 for Loretto Smith. Technical, no-nonsense centre-back. How can you be a technical, no-nonsense centre-back? I could play the ball, but just going to hoof it. So the stand-up gig stuff, looks like you've had a great time doing it. Yeah, it's been fun. It's been really fun. Really good. 8 weeks worth of comedy coaching for these people. And yeah, accumulated in us doing the showcase last night, which was great. And yeah, they all had fun. They had a nice time. And from where they've come from being like absolute novices to less novice, and not being scared about anything, they've done a really, really good job. So very, very proud of them. Very proud of them. They've all done well. He's technically a centre back. yeah. Having looked at all of the possibilities, we've defined you as a technical centre back. Mid to help. Again, looks reasonable. There's part of me thinking that we'll just plough through the transfer window, not buy anyone, waste another season, and then away we go. Evening, Isaac. How are you, pal? Nice to see you in. Hope you're good. Yeah, all good. All good, thank you, Isaac. All good indeed. Having quite a nice time. We've been away for a week, so coming back to it's been interesting. It's been interesting. We've done well. The Arsenal's in 18 months on the Prime. Thank you, man. Very, very kind indeed. Very kind. What we're looking for? Maybe a goalkeeper. Maybe, ideally a defender, possibly some sort of midfield destroyer. And now possibly a striker, because we can get 450 grand for Saleh. 7 goals in 18 games, 10 assists. out of contract next season. Do we nudge it up again and try and see what else we can get? Go for 650. I feel like 450 is quite a lot. Let's nudge. It's Saudi. Let's be honest. They've got the extra money, haven't they? Yeah. We're looking with some boots and shin pads. Yeah, if someone's played football before, then yeah, we'll probably have a chat with them. Probably. We'll be like, right, will your mum and dad let you play every single week? That's where we're going to be. Noah Jacobs looks fairly handy, doesn't he? Show up to the defence. Yeah. I mean, that's easier said than done, though, isn't it? Like, you know, I think that's what we've been trying to do is shore things up, but it's not easy, is it? It's not easy. Getting quality in is quite tricky. I mean, the fact that we're letting 4 goals in quite a lot is concerning. Budget, we've got 160 grand to spend, but we're probably looking at frees or loans, I'd imagine. Mogamat Baderian. Likes big matches, good at marking. Good jumping reach. Pace isn't brilliant. Positioning's good, marking's good, heading's good. Decision making, positioning. Okay. Compare you with, who's our centre halves? Compare with him. Alright, so not as quick. Better in the air. Better defending. Better mentally. Maybe not as physical. Better in the air. Better marking. Tackling's the same. Position's better. Leadership's a bit more determined. Bit better concentration. Jumping reach is the same. Difference in pace, though, is notable. Where's Lucas Radebe when you need him? Oh, I know, yeah, that would definitely help, wouldn't it? Take it easy, Jam. Hope you get better soon, buddy. Go and get yourself rested up, my friend. Reasonable left foot, but let's shortlist you because you're actually quite good, I think. Or at least you're certainly an option, which at this stage suggests that you're very good. No, you're better than nothing at the minute. Where's Manzini from Supersport? Yeah, he does look good actually. Kalani now. Bit controversial. South Africa don't really seem to have many tall strikers. Would it better sacrifice height for pace and positioning? Potentially. Although, again, we would need that player then have pace. I'm starting to notice a bit of a lack of pace for players as well. I'm quite surprised at the lack of ability overall. It seems to be very much like there's one or two players who are good and everyone else is crap. And there's very little in between. You know? So yeah, potentially there is scope for sacrificing some bits and pieces, but what we do and how we do it, I'm not 100% sure. McQuarrie's alone, and obviously Cabello we know about because he's formerly one of our players anyway. Roadhouse, welcome in. Glad to hear that we're back. Thank you, mate. Very kind indeed. It is nice to be back. Yeah, it felt a little bit odd being away for a week, but I think I needed it. Proud you haven't raided Generation 4 Mimosas. Yeah, I think we did that too. You know, had we not done that at Larissa, we probably would have done that and went straight in and got all those players. But yeah, we've already done that, so I can't really go back and do it again because otherwise it's the same save. So yeah, my temptation to do it is there, but yeah, I've got to be strong. And just say no. But yeah, what we do going forward now is still a question mark. Forbidden fruit is always harder. Yeah, it's like it's low hanging fruit as well, isn't it? Because it's like easy. We know it's there and we know it works. The temptation is just to be like, well, we might as well just have that. Tony Principles Jameson handicapping himself again. I know, like, there's a reason that we're not going to win the Pentagon, and it's going to be because I've given myself more rules to abide than anybody else. So, I mean, they are nudging higher on this, aren't they? They want him. Like, one of these days I'll just turn up and be like, hey, you know what we should do? Let's go manage in Saudi Arabia. That's... $550,000. In a sense, like, it seems silly to sell them, but what do we think? He's not kicking off. If we sell him, are we going to be able to replace him? That's probably the question, isn't it? So if he goes, we have to play the Simmons, Mabena, or Promise up front. Are they good enough? Or do we put McQuarrie in? So ironically, McQuarrie, better at finishing, better dribbling, better heading, better technique, and quicker, but less on all the mentals, and less physically less of a physical presence than Sale. Right, what's the... Yeah, there's no one really that the director of football's recommending either, is there? What do we think? Are we potentially shooting ourselves in the foot and getting rid of a reasonable striker that we're not going to be able to replace? Unless, how much is Kaizer worth? I mean, Kaizer is within budget. Play Simmons and sign Bradshaw, and you've got the APA. That's not a bad shout. But Jerome Kaizer has got 10 goals in 18 games. He's quick, he finishes, we know he scores goals. We had him at the Leopards. There's also... Who else was it that we had? Was it McQuaina? I went to Cape Town, didn't we? I think he's still there. It's not Bennett McQuaina, is it? No. There, Vincent McQuaina. He's got 8 goals. Do we try and buy him? 350 grand? What do we think? Technically, we could have both, actually. So theoretically, say for example we get all the money, we could end up with both strikers. We could end up with McQuaina and Kaizer. 55 grand. He's got a release fee of 56. Is Mathiba available? I don't know. We're 4 years in, so I'm not sure. From the Sundowns, he's 31. He's also attracting interest from League Earn, so yeah, he won't be coming to us, sadly. So it seems like we either get really, really young players or really old players. That seems to be the demographic in South Africa. I mean, Badderon looks like he's going to be consistent, doesn't he? So, how much are you going to cost? Doesn't want to sign for the Chiefs. Well, that'll answer that one then, won't it? So I see Dlamani. Is he the one I want? Or is it this lad? Latoro Smith, jumping reach of 17, acceleration of 11, passing of 14, leadership of 14, 6'2". He's the one I'm sort of drawn to, but I think it's only because he's tall. It's tricky, this, isn't it? Yeah, any suggestions is greatly appreciated. Zuyan looks like he might become half decent as well. Has he got a buyout clause? We don't know yet. $40,000. It's not too expensive, is it? It'll be fairly cheap. Reject those offers because they're not really good. But yeah, £500,000 for Saleh. If we can replace him with two of the strikers, then that feels reasonable, doesn't it? Dlamini. Very, very good jump and reach for someone who's only 5'11", 15. Both footed. Acceleration's 10. Bravery 19. He's actually better than Malangu already. Brave, a bit more agile. Balance and jump and reach, similar, kind of sort of similar. He's only a little bit better, isn't he? But he's only 19 as well. More key passes, more tackles won. More distance covered. Slightly better average rating. Doesn't have any interest. Great. Brilliant. Okay. Centre halves are gonna be tough to get, aren't they? Go back to Langer. What's that left back? See, again, there's times like this when I just think, oh, wouldn't it be easy to just go and like click player search and then just, filter by attributes, but that's not the way I play, is it? I mean, this lad's very good as well. He might have to be a next year. Can we get someone just to see us through for the year? Are you better than what we've currently got? Practical signing, that's what we're talking about. Someone practical. Someone who's pretty much the same player as what we're looking at here. Now, is Malungu the main centre half? I mean, Safish we could probably play, couldn't we? Because he's just big. He's 6'8". Macania, what do you look like? Better concentration, better anticipation, better aggression. More fit. A fringe player who could do well. He seems like a safe option, doesn't he? Right, Carell's is in. There you go, we do have a striker now. Hope we can get some goals when he's called upon. Yeah, we all hope that. We all hope that. Which I'm sure he can do. I'm sure he can get some goals. Sundowns want to pay 56 grand for a player who's out of contract in the end of the season. Right, question is he going to replace Shabala? No. No. No, and we're not paying future fee either. I think we'll just wait and try and get him for free. Yeah, nothing's jumping out at me, I must admit. So I think if nothing's jumping out, then we just muddle through what we got. To be honest, like the moon's in. Have you been gone for a while? Yeah, so I wasn't around last week. That's the... yeah, last week I wasn't around. We had quite a bit of stuff going on. So unfortunately not there. But back now, though. Back today. I'll be back on Wednesday. I won't be around Friday, though. We're on Friday. Myself and Mrs. J are off to a wedding on Friday night. So we'll be out on the lash. So... So yeah, that's where we are for that. Right, go on, they can have that 500 grand. Gonna accept the bid for Salah. What's that? 40 grand to 370 grand. Let's go with the 40 grand first of all. Jesse Don. $28 years old. 3 grand. Let's see if we can get him in as well. We'll see, shall we? Vincent Till. 27-year-old Luxembourgish. 850 grand. Yeah, like as if we're going to get him, you know? Right, player signed for next season. McQuarna's got the golden arrows, so we've missed out on him. Fine, Vincent McQuarna. Again, can we... Oh, that's 350 grand. Let's see if we can put that in. See if that'll let us do it. If we sell Salah as well. Keep those as they are. Super Sport have gone in for him. Well, let's go in for him as well then. No, let's not do it. Actually, let's give him a little bit more money. In fact, try and convince him to come through. Oof, 13 grand. No, thank you. Don't want that. Quite a lot of money here, isn't it? 40% up of the next sale. 105 grand in installments, 115 grand up front. This is a lot of money. But he looks like he could be a decent player, so I can understand why they want that. And he's only 19 as well. Right, so we've got a friendly against Richards Bay. So we're probably going to have to see what can happen here. We've won 2 matches back to back, so that's quite good. I suppose Evidence isn't going to come to us for 8 grand, is he? Tokyo have made a bid for Froschler. Well, he's not going anywhere just yet, so turn that down. McQuarna's been put on hold. Yeah. Delay it or try and get it over the line. Will the board do it for us? Oh. Okay. Delay that for a week. Let's see what happens when Sailor gets sold. So let's get him out. Okay, who have we just brought in? So brought in Karelza, but Karelza up there. Let's try this defender here. Safish can go on the bench. Kanyale, we want to see what he looks like when he's fit. He's a young player. Let's see what he looks like. thing as well is that some of these players, they're still not fit, and we want them to get fit. You only get fit by playing matches, but at the same time, we don't want them to be playing meaningless friendlies. So let's do that. Actually, we could maybe move Duda out wide. No, keep it like that. Right. That's how we're going to start it. Just enjoy yourselves, boys. Have a nice time. Use it for match practice. Love Josh, shall we have a convention podcast as Quiet Sloth? Thank you very much. Yeah. I'm of the opinion I think we should. I made a video on YouTube as well about it today, which has gone a little bit more in depth into some of the conversations that we've had subsequently from there. So it's starting to nudge along a little bit. You know, some people are obviously wanting to get involved in the planning of it and helping out with logistics and stuff. So yeah, I guess watch this space maybe. The question there for content or for real? No, it's for real, Sloth. It's very real. I mean, it's not going to be, you know, Comic-Con size or whatever, but certainly build one and then see what happens from there. Yeah. I guess the question's going to be is have we got enough stuff for a weekend, or is it just going to be a one day thing and then do something in the you know, have like a charity football match or something afterwards? But I don't know. We'll have to see. Ultimately, some of it's going to depend upon how involved SI can get, like whether they can give us people, essentially. Because that's what people want to see. You know, they want to hear what SI have to say about the game and how it works. Nobody really cares about what creators think. Definitely find someone to give you a free space and free PA gear. Once you got that and a couple of big names, you'll be home and dry. Yeah, that's a possibility. I suspect I speak for Mr. J and say don't want to take any financial risk yourself. Oh, I'm not putting my own money into it. Don't be daft. No chance at all. No chance at all. We'll fundraise it if we have to. It's not coming out of my pocket. I'm willing to take the profits, but but not the financial risk. See, and I wasn't 100% sold on the charity football match idea, but if it's that thing of it gives us something extra for the second day, then it's something to consider, you know. Again, not something I'm going to be involved in myself. The football match idea of it. I can't risk getting injured. Born businessman, I'm willing to take the profits without the financial risk. Oh, exactly, Render. I didn't get where I am today by putting my money into things. I mean, technically I did, but he went to a swanky conference where he didn't charge guests and didn't make money. Oh, no. The whole thing cost neutral and funded by sponsors. I mean, sponsors, of course, would definitely help. So if we know people who can attract sponsors and get them to pay for it, that would be much, much more fun. You know? Would certainly help things, but so I need a load of computers for LAN games or having FM running. We need to get Cherno Samba involved. That's not a penalty, surely, is it? I know this is a friendly, but still, that's a dreadful decision. Charge the vendors to be there as well. Speaking of sponsors, my beard is looking a little untrimmed. At this present time, Renda, I can't recommend anyone to I can't recommend an actual beard trimmer or anything like that right now. I can give my own personal opinion, but I'm not paid to offer an opinion anymore. Although I have said I'll go back to speak to them because everything has started to pick up a little bit, and we need to be ready before FM25 comes out. So if you were after a razor, personally I would use a Manscaped, but I can't say that contractually anymore now. Sorry folks, Zealand's panel's been cancelled as Big Dave from Surrey 2 foot his knee and he's in 80. This is the problem, innit? Don't worry, Rich Owens is here, so that's made up for it. I guess we have to try and work out who we can actually get involved as well, because everyone's list of priority for people that they'd want to get in is going to be different, and it's then balancing the financial cost of who's going to be there, because some people will do it just for a laugh and be like, yeah, why not, that sounds cool, that sounds fun. Some people will be there going, I need paying for this, which again is completely reasonable. So we'll have to try and strike a balance there as well. So everyone's treated the same. I've already said we'll open it up to all the podcasts, so FMT and 5 Star can come and do live stuff. We can't afford United City FM. You're right, we can't. That's why we've got to crowdfund it, Kev. Your fee alone costs. That's a disgusting amount, to be honest. We need Saudi Arabian backing to afford you. But how are you, my friend? I hope you're well. Happy birthday, by the way, for earlier in the week. Hope you're good. If you're not following the United City, by the way, make sure you do. He's a wonderful, wonderful human being. He's one of the bestest people in the world. We love him dearly. So, and he's not a fan of sports washing. He's not. He's an upstanding member of the community. So yeah, he wouldn't be looking at any of that. So yeah, I hope you're well, my friend. Kev's rider demands are getting out of hand these days. Oh, ridiculous. He wants minstrels melted. FM console, I demanded a pot noodle and a toffee crisp. I think we can probably just about stretch to that console. I hope we're having fun Monday evening stream. We're having a lovely time, Kev. It's nice. I'm saying to the chat. Excuse me. Sorry. Excuse me. Yeah, we were away. We weren't here last week. We weren't streaming last week. It was all a bit busy and a bit silly. So having the week off's been kind of nice in a way. That's a great finish. It's nice in a way because everything was just getting a bit too busy, and I got some sleep at some point, but yeah, it's just interesting to sort of come back on and be like, I got loads of stuff that needs doing, and then forgetting where we are with the save and all that sort of thing. So it's been interesting to sort of just slowly get back into tonight without any real pressure or whatever, and just being like, let's just see what happens, shall we? Can we afford Mark Kerr? Maybe. At the minute, if we're asking out of my pocket, no. But, if we sell enough tickets and we get, money in from vendors and... Yeah, possibly. We don't know. Maybe. I guess it's the same as Cherno, isn't it? It's possible. I think I've asked this before though. What's a reasonable price? Like, say if it's a weekend, a full weekend, what's a reasonable price? And if it's a single day, what's a reasonable price? Because we don't want to take the piss, obviously. You know, that's the thing, isn't it? See if Jack can get some Lincoln City players to turn up. Well, right. So here's the question, right? Like we've heard about this. You know, people sort of like wanting real life footballers and people involved in football in there. Like we understand it, but at the same time, there's like, unless they play FM, then I don't really see the benefit personally. I think Jack was great, by the way, on the podcast. Really, really good. He gave a really, really good insight into how recruitment works in the real life compared to how FM works. And, you know, naturally there's things that are the same, and naturally there's things that are, you know, vastly different. But again, he's come off the back of, he used to play the game anyway, so he sort of like goes, oh yeah, I can just about link it to what we're talking about. Some people would just be like, nah, it's not, it's different, and we're just moving on, like, and just say it's not the same. That's it. So that's the difficult thing of trying to strike that balance, really, with sort of how you can get these people involved. Are we talking how much to get into the FMT con? Yeah, Kev, like, what, like, you know, what's a reasonable price? Because again, you don't want to price people out, you know. But at the same time, it's got to be value for money. Yeah. Glencoe, welcome in. Nice to see you, Glencoe. Sorry, hope you're good. Save is going. Save's going fine. It's fine. We are fifth in the South African Premier Division now, so that's nice. Guess it depends on how we're having it in my back garden or the O2. Right, so I would say whatever the venue is in between your back garden and the O2, Kev, because getting the rent for your back garden would be ridiculous, and the O2, I don't really want to do it there. So yeah, so a mixture, so somewhere between those two, I think. Everyone asked how to make sure it doesn't end up like Fire Festival. I mean, you can ask those questions, but that doesn't mean that it won't. Yeah? I still have a potential for it to do that. I am in a discussion with someone about a venue already, so that is a possibility. Rule 1, don't set unrealistic expectations. I mean, I've already done that by discussing the actual possibility of it. That is already, in some people's minds, unreal expectations. Do not promote your convention as a once-in-a-lifetime experience. I'm not promoting it as a once-in-a-lifetime experience. I'm saying that it's going to be a multiple-time experience. It will feature everything from meet and greets with top developers to live esports. I'm not going to say it's going to have live esports, and it's certainly not going to have what's it going to have? International stars. No, it won't. It'll have people who can get to that venue possibly via public transport or their own ways. If anybody wants to fly in, then they're more than welcome. Yeah. The only private gaming convention I know is LaveCon. That's pretty pricey. Oh, this isn't a private convention. This is a public convention. Sue Cook available. Do you want to take Sue Cook out? No. And move and fire. Rule 2, poor venue selection. Choose from a remote, hard to reach location. Pick a venue that's far from public transport. Yeah, I'm getting one that's near an airport. I mean, I've well, discussions are of a venue that's near an airport, but it's not quite how I envisage it in my head. But it's for discussion. Private as in not run by the games developers. Oh, okay, cool. That makes more sense. I was going to say, like, it's definitely available for the public. Yeah, it's not ran by Sports Interactive, so they're not having anything to do with it. Just rent an airport. Yeah. Yeah, stick it in the FM show Discord then, console. We'll put those as the don'ts, just so everyone knows exactly where we're at. Or put it in my Discord, either or. Both. Just to remind me. You know, I was like, oh yeah, you did say about that, didn't you? Yeah. Stephen says it's £40 a day or £30 a day for the weekend ticket. 60 or 90 for 2 or 3 days. Ooh, that feels pricey. Newcastle fans calling for Eddie Howe's head. Don't offer refunds or customer service when attendees inevitably voice their frustration. Make sure customer service is non-existent. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, there's no customer service. There's no refunds. There's nothing. Just like, you know, it's one of those things. Sadly, issues will happen. Just deal with it. Behave like a grown-up. Don't go chasing me for stuff. Yeah. We're at Galaxy 14th, okay. Duda can come out for McQuainer. McQuainer and Carrells are up front. Shevchenko can come out for Mabena. If actually Duda can go on the... No, Mabena can go on the wing. Duda on the wing, possibly? No. Where's Mabena? Mabena's there. Duda for Simmons, who scored 8 goals. Van Roynen's on the bench in place, on starting actually, sorry, instead of Castillo. And then right, let's go with that, shall we? Let's try that. Let's have it. Carrells Van Roynen, McQuainer. Come on then, let's have it. 20 quid, you want to see a reasonable stand-up, a semi-famous band, you're looking at 30 quid. Oh, like, look, Stephen, for me, don't get me wrong, right? I agree, prices of stuff is expensive, but it's trying to convey that to other people, innit? Like, I understand how much things cost, but now it's trying to get that money off other people. So get the Kaizer Chiefs to sponsor us. Maybe. I was thinking 20 quid for the day. So then if you were going to do it as a weekend, I suppose you'd have to 30 quid for the weekend. Seems a bit cheap, doesn't it? So my initial thought was 50 quid for a weekend. But I suppose if you've then got, like, so you've got your ticket, you've then got your hotel, your travel, food and drink, that's when it starts to add up. So maybe it, in a sense, maybe you only do it as a 1 day thing. But then would people pay 20 quid for 1 day? That's the tricky thing, isn't it? What can you give them for 20 quid to make it justify? Because, as I say, sadly, the general public are now expecting a lot. £20 for the day, 50 quid for the weekend. Smart. Yes, that's it. That's the kind of business I can do. Eldest Jameson, by the way, when we were at a food festival a couple of months back, he was like, oh, he makes amazing mac and cheese. He was like, oh, I'll make mac and cheese at a food festival. It'll be brilliant. I'll have a stall. I was like, all right, how much should you charge for your mac and cheese? He went, £1 or £2 for two. And I was like, smart, really smart, good, clear pricing strategy there. Also, £1 for mac and cheese is absolute robbery. What's he doing undercharging himself there? Right, okay, so it's simple to understand, isn't it? But I'm not entirely sure it's the right way to make money, because I'm sure his raw ingredients are going to cost him more than £1 to make it. But okay, we're controlling the possession, so let's keep them happy. If your host has a hotel using their conference room and sell packages including the rooms, well, that's a possible. That is a possible. See the price of cheese? Yeah, it's ridiculous. Welsh Comic Con is 50 quid for the weekend. £11 for the after party. Ah, there you go. That's where you make your money, innit? After parties. Shabalala at the back post. Does the flag stay down? Yes, it does. A few things I'd know you'd like to include for the fee for £20. Big question for me is how do you let the fan base of FM away from the content community know about? Hang on. Right, a few things I'd like you to know. A few things I know you'd like to include. I feel for £20 is great value. Okay, that's good. I've read that properly now. Big question for me is how do you let the fan base outside of the FM content community know about it? That's the difficult bit. So we need to infiltrate the Facebook groups, which I personally don't want to get involved in the Facebook groups, but we need to infiltrate the Facebook groups. We need to infiltrate Reddit. Essentially what we need to do is we need Out of Context FM to just steal our content and share it. And then, like, all of a sudden more people know about it. And what we also need to do as well is SI will bump it. Yeah. They'll put some stuff out about it. Media stuff we can probably cover. And I think we'd probably get Jack from Sport Bible to run something for us as well. So that would also open us up to a decent audience. And he's like this. We could probably even get him involved in it, to be honest. So that would be good. Maybe even get see if Cleary could do us something in 442, possibly. So yeah, we've got a few contacts. Mr. McIntosh we're still in touch with, so he might be able to offer some assistance. But yeah, that's the hardest thing. The hardest thing is getting the word out beyond our small sphere, because it is a small sphere. Like Twitch and YouTube, podcasting, it's a really small world. if you've got 12 million users, 12 million users, and you know we're looking at big YouTubers are picking up 100,000 views. Well, that's not 12 million, is it? You know. So yeah, and we have to obviously get things like the console market in, the mobile market. McQueen on his debut, 2-0. Lovely bit of play here, by the way. Radaby, Carell's a charge, chased it down, keeps it in. Foul, great cross, and McQueen, back post header. 2-0 moves us back up to 4th. Still 6 points behind Orlando. The Pirates. That's a very good result. Very good. Best mate lives in China is doing stand-up. He's already said he'll be flying in for it. Yes. There we go. See, we're already big in China. That's cool that he's doing they're doing stand-up out there. I'll have to get some contacts. I've already heard of a couple of people who want to fly in as well. The mad scientist says he's going to come through. And he's going to bring his pals. He'll beat me on distance travel. Depends on whether he gets an EasyJet flight, because you might get the same amount of mileage in Zeep. So who knows, eh? Oh, flying when you hold it in Vegas. Yeah. There you go. Right. It is and it isn't. Is that send set off to government for approval 6 months for a gig? Yeah, that's probably a bad thing, actually. Actually, that reminds me. Because someone in India, I think, there's a comedy festival in India, had recently put someone on stage, and they did some stuff which you're not allowed to do in India, and the promoters shot them to the government straight away. They'd been arrested, and it's like, hang on, you put them on, like you put them on the festival, and then you've now decided to shot them into the authorities. Like, that's not cool. But yeah, it's not good, that, is it? What's happening here? Why can't these players be registered? Oh, it's a maximum of 40 players. Right, let's take Zungu out then. Get Carelza in. Right, okay. I see what's happened here. God. Oh, could you imagine that? Could you imagine that if I'd have went, right, I've got myself sorted, got all my 40 players registered, and the player that wasn't registering was my actual main striker. Right, why can't Mabena get registered? Under 21, does he need to be registered? Bashula, Donny Jensen. Klashiane. Right, Mabena still can't get registered, which is bizarre. for the Confederations Cup. Right, okay. I don't get it. We'll work it out as we go. Roughly speaking, I know it's venues to set the price, but if you did an FM stand-up show again, how much would tickets be? I'd probably be looking at about 15 quid for stand-up. I think they were a tenner last time, maybe. But yeah, maybe about 15 quid, I reckon, at this moment in time. So I do understand that, you know, in that sense, a convention should cost more. Just purely on the fact that there's more to do and it's going to be longer. You would think. So, who knows? Eden Maltese Vulcan, how are you, my friend? Are you well? Nice to see you in. Football Manager ruined my life again. Yes and no. I'm trying to make it sound like it's not ruined my life and it's actually been quite good. So we're talking about putting it in as part of the FM convention. So Football Manager saved my knife. Football Manager saved my knife. So yeah, comparing the prices of a stand-up show to the cost of a convention ticket, because I think 20 quid for a day feels fine. In a sense, it also feels cheap, but it's like trying to just like eke money out of people, innit? So call it I Am Spock really throws a curveball. Yeah, it's called Pokemon Convention. Loads of people come for that. Called it Comic Con. Very popular. Mal's good. Hope the Jameson household are good. Yeah, we are. We're very well. Thank you. Really appreciate you asking for that. Yes, we are. We are fine and dandy. Pricing's gonna be fun, especially with it being a smaller thing, less economies of scale. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and some of it will essentially be covering the cost of something. An audience with Eric Cantona would sell tickets. Well, yeah, of course he would, because it's Eric Cantona. We can't get Eric Cantona in. You know, if we're trying to sell tickets on an audience with Tony Jameson, that's not got the same draw. That's not the same draw. I'll just do that as the show name. Okay. So just lie. Fine. Went to a convention as a kid that was Panini and Pokemon Game Boy convention. I want Panini stickers in as well. I want sticker collectors in. I want Corinthian heads. I want football shirt sellers. Depends upon the size of the venue, doesn't it? Let's call it Finding Eric. I mean, there's a whole film you could make there, isn't it? Carell's has got a leg injury. Let's hope he hasn't broken it. That would be worrying, wouldn't it? Big rule of swapsies. Yeah, exactly. It'd be good, wouldn't it? If TJ was to kung fu kick people. That would get people talking. It would, actually. Yeah. I don't need public liability insurance, really, do we? In the grand scheme of things. If you get Cantona, I'll swim over from Canada. I mean, if we get Cantona, Caffeine, it will be the greatest thing that I've ever achieved in my life. I don't even think we get a Blythe Spartans player. Never mind Eric Cantona. A 2-day event plus a night's accommodation is 150 quid minimum. Yeah, and I guess at that point as well, so here's where the marketing comes in, isn't it? We're trying to angle it to a mixture of hardcore fans and casual fans. So as United City rightly asked, how do we get the casual fans involved in the convention like this? So asking someone who plays 3 seasons of Football Manager and just quite likes it probably isn't going to drop 150 quid. But, you know, damn it. But when you've got people who this is their thing, they of course will be more likely to find the money from somewhere to make that happen. So it's all about trying to work out what the best way of doing it is. Oh. So that wasn't what we hoped for. Just look at they are sat deep, aren't we? So it's our own fault. We should have really thought about that. Push more, and of course now we're going to get caught on the break. 2-0 defeat incoming here, by the way. Something for the FM Wags. No, but Mrs. J is going to be glad that we're gone. Aren't conventions just hardcore fans in any genre? They are, but you still need to try and be able to attract the people who are not as bad. Because you want to kind of have it open to everyone, don't you? Mostly the hardcore people will turn up. But if we're only focusing on the hardcore fans of FM, then that's a really small niche. Whereas if we can try and bring in other people, then we have a slightly better chance of this succeeding. You know, I don't even, at the minute, I've not even worked out how many tickets I need to sell because I don't know how big the venue's going to be. You know, but if you work out, so if you work on the assumption, say, right, it's 20 quid a ticket, it's 1,000 tickets to sell, there's 20 grand. That's not a lot, is it, really, to try and to use to fund a convention? You've then got to obviously hope the sponsors are going to pay a decent whack. You want to get the vendors involved as well to get them to pay for pitching and be on site. Insurance is going to cost a fair few quid, yeah. Computer rental, obviously, for all those online games that people are going to want to play. So yeah, there's going to be a few things that are going to need to be covered. So yeah, we'll have to see. Because Cherno's going to need a few quid, isn't he? Got to get Cherno involved. Get a side to give you the data. It costs £1 a season. You've done any version of FM casual players pay 12 quid, couple hundred grand. Not 100% sure how they would do that, but it's not the worst. Yeah. Again, no idea at the minute is off the table. Presumably we'll have to pay for a DJ, unless someone can DJ in the FM community and wants to DJ for a weekend for free, or for not for free obviously, but for, you know, a reasonable cost. I've had someone ask to say that they'll film it. That's quite good. So we've already had that. DJ Tony, DJ Pedro. Get DJ Pedro involved. He's an actual DJ. Get Denise Van Houten to do it. How much would she cost to DJ the whole thing, do you reckon? A lot of money. I know someone in DJ, but you may say something libelous. What kind of music? Just something cool and funky. Like, there's got to be like a bit of hip hop, bit of house, bit of electro, like not like a wedding DJ. A bit of jungle, yeah. Definitely. Yeah, I'd like a wedding DJ, please. That'd be brilliant. What I want is I want the Grease Megamix on at some point. 1,000 tickets, you'll get a few hundred at best. Hey, well, exactly, Triple B. That's why I was trying to make the maths as simple as possible and show you just how much work I've got to do with a tiny, tiny wiggle room. Yeah. And this is why, as well, at 20 quid a ticket, that's quite bad. If you can nudge it up to 25 quid, I don't have to sell as many. Yeah. Afghani Funk Fusion. Oh, now we're talking. If you get Jet from Gladiators, we'll pay any price. Oh, my word. Right. It's sold. I'm getting Jet from Gladiators in. Because I guess that's also the thing, part of it as well, isn't it? Like with Comic Cons, so you would pay your entry fee. And I'm not saying I condone the next bit that's going to happen, but I understand why people do it. So you pay your entrance fee, and then you pay your additionals on top, don't you? So like you would pay for the meet and greet separate. Now again, I don't really want to do that. But if Jet from Gladiators says that's what's happening, then that's what's happening, you know? If Denise Van Houten says it's 10 quid for a photograph and some polonium, then fair enough, that's what it is. It's a shame Coolio can't DJ, innit? You know, with them being dead. Poor Fat Man Scoop's not going to make it either, so... what Rick Astley's up to? He could probably do it. Be fine. We get John Anderson to shout contenders ready before a hot potato starts. Yes, we could. Or who was the one that? Who was the English referee that did the English Gladiators? Was it Atwell? He'll probably do it. He'll do it for free. Jeff Winter. Sadly, John Anderson is dead as well. That may also slow him down. Right, okay. I mean, we're running out of people now, aren't we? If everyone's just dying. I feel it is a bit of an issue. If people are doing the whole being dead thing. Get Jeb Rodriguez AI voice software and they can have anyone say anything. That is true, actually. I haven't thought of that. Kev, I think you've just saved us a fortune. You've saved us an absolute fortune. This would be great. Just tell famous people Discovery Plus cameras will be there and you'll get loads of them turning up. Vinnie Jones will get there. Tell him it's all part of Welcome to Wrexham Season 5. Yeah. Have we ignored Discolicious? Denise Van Houten actually does do events for 55 quid. It must cost more than 55 quid to get Denise Van Houten involved, surely. Is that 55 quid not just for her cameo? I would, you know what, if it's 55 quid to get Denise Van Houten involved, in fact, if she'll do it for less than £1,000, I think we get Denise Van Houten. That's the ticket. Oh, yeah. Yeah, she was DJing in York last New Year's Eve. And Mrs. J was gonna buy me a ticket and go to the event on my own and just ask her if she'll play Gangster's Paradise. I didn't do it, but I was still very tempted. Humphrey Kerr would be good, actually. Now there's a one. There's a decent link. That's a decent link. Not just, can you get Antoine Griezmann in? Or do you reckon Kylian Mbappe? No. How much does it cost to get a TJ cameo? I'm not on Cameo, but I'd imagine £1, probably. Nobody would want that. Get Messi, yeah. Get them all in. Be great. You can get Pele? No. You're having a good idea. Yeah. Don't worry. Like, you know, occasionally a good idea will slip out, Stephen. That's what happens. You know, if you chuck enough shit against a wall, eventually something good will come out. And you know, apologies are accepted. It's fine. We all make mistakes from time to time. But that is good, though. Welcome to Wrexham isn't a terrible idea. That gets exposure to regular people. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Again, I don't quite know how that links to what we're talking about, but yes. Right, I need to see what comedians I know who know Humphrey. There'll be enough comics who'll know him. Okay, leave that with me. That's actually a decent idea. Ralph Little. What, does Ralph Little play Football Manager? Or are we just talking about people who've played football before? He's good at football, I know that much. You should raise enough money to get Denise Van Out and Joey Barton in the same room, no cameras. Yeah. I don't think we need Joey Barton there, do we? Remember the match that was James's Park? Was it a shot or a cross? For what? What, for Ralph Little? I don't remember. We're all comics, 3 degrees of separation. Yeah, pretty much. Like, the thing is, we've all worked with most of the same people, so yeah, it does tend to be that you know somebody who knows somebody. It's a bit like the FM scene in a sense. There's not a lot of us really. It's quite a small circuit. Looking at celebrities that play FM, Joe Lolly got banned off the forums. Did he really? I guess as well with, you know, Manford plays FM. Yeah, Manford would want a lot of money to do that. Kevin Bridges plays FM. He'd want a lot of money to do it as well. And ultimately, are these people gonna bring enough in? Like, are they gonna justify their expense? Do you know what I mean? Probably not. If Manford's gonna want $5,000 or $10,000 for it, then we're not gonna make $5,000 or $10,000 just to have Manford there for an hour. Like, you know, I don't think he loves the game that much. And again, I also don't know him very well as well. So that's not like I can sort of say, oh, come and do it. It'll be fun. Like, nah. Reverend the Makers is a big fan. Yes, we know him. Yeah, he's about. Pappy's guys are friends with Humphrey Kerr. You know them. I do know them, actually. I do. Yeah, I've got a few mates who'll know Humphrey, so it's worth an ask. And the irony of that is that he's probably not a big draw. really, in the grand scheme of things. Because nobody would be like, oh yeah, let's go see Humphrey Kurt. They'd be like, they would go to see somebody else, but it would be more interesting. Stupid question, would Jeb know anyone who sets up conventions, general events? Probably does. Probably. He certainly knows all the technical wizards, so he'll be given a list to go and try and work out how to make it happen. I'm keen not to involve like a live tournament. I don't really think that's a thing. I don't think it's going to be as entertaining as the few people who think it's a good idea actually think it is going to be. I think it's too niche. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think it's too niche. What's the big ticket ideas? Well, at the minute we don't know. That's why it's still in the planning stage. You know, I've had this idea for about 3 weeks now, so it's very rare I get all of my idea in 3 weeks. Hang around the draft computers, don't worry. Yeah, exactly. You make sure you keep your eyes on that, Mal. You're in charge. Assuming it still exists, it'll exist in some form. It's coming back in FM25, so it'll be there. It'll be there. You know, whether you enjoy it or not is going to be different, but it'll be there. You know, and to be honest, it doesn't matter what we do as well. Like, we could make the greatest convention of all time. There'll still be some pricks who'll say that they didn't find it fun, and that, you know, they'd wanted more things and all that sort of stuff. So part of me's wondering why I'm stressing about trying to work it all out. Just go, fuck it, just build it, see what happens. If anyone enjoys it, great. If they don't, not a problem. You know, here I am thinking about other people's opinions like a sucker. Yeah. You don't think the Fire Festival people thought about other people's opinions, do you? No, of course they didn't. They just got on with it. Obvious thing is to link it to the World Cup. No, because then that's dragging it back into PvP again, and it's not popular outside of streamers, really. You know, I don't think it'd be that. I honestly don't think watching a tournament is as much fun as people think. Having done it and seen it, I don't think that's your big draw. I think your big draw is the things that people want. The things that people want are the Excel World Championship is streamed. Yeah, right. It is, but these are for massive, massive, massive games. Football Manager is not a massive game. Like, and also these people who are streaming these championships are professional gamers. Like, there's like a proper tournament that gets you to that moment in time. Like, the Pokemon World Championships is a huge thing. Just doing the streamer showdown or the playoffs, as good as they are and as big as they are, it doesn't add anything. There's no rationale. Like, what's what I'm looking for? Like, it doesn't matter. It's like, yeah, as Kev's exactly saying there, it's not a streamers convention, it's a games convention. Yeah. Like, it's not for want of a better phrase, it's not for us to dick swing, really. It's not for us, it's for everyone else. You know, and that's what I'm trying to work out, going, how do you get interesting things for people to watch and enjoy? And it's not just for me to sit there and go, oh, you know, it was great. Do you remember that time that we organised a live version of the playoffs? It's not that interesting, you know, because the people who are there, half of the audience might know who they are. Like, and again, you're eating into people's time. Like, let's just think about here, right? Let's think about here. If you were to run a streamer showdown, for example, right? You'd need Ben on board, so Ben would need pain. You'd need Nerdphonic on board, so Nerdphonic would need pain. You'd need Luge on board, he'd need pain. You'd need Work the Space on board, he'd need pain. You need Second Yellow Card, Clates. You'd need Stinger. You'd need Zealand. Do you know what I mean? All of a sudden, I'm spending a lot of money on something that's not going to be the big thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just don't see it. I just don't see it. I could be wrong, but personally, I don't see it. If you want celebs or footballers, it's gonna be. If you don't want celebs or footballers, it's gonna be. If you don't want celebs or footballers, it's just gonna be creators. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's gonna be. I said to you. I said earlier that we want people from SI. We want people who actually make the game. That's just gonna be there. We want people who are involved in interesting stuff. So we'll get someone like Macintosh involved. He'll come and talk to us about some stuff. We'll get people like Jack Kenmare involved. We'll get people like Cherno Samba involved. You can't just get footballers and for no reason. You can't get celebrities for no reason. You need to get them there, but you need to get them there with a reason, and they've got to find it an interesting topic. And this is the problem, because Football Manager's not a big enough game to convince these people to come. Yeah, is it worth looking at what other mobs do? Yeah, exactly. It 100% is. It 100% is worth having a look and seeing what everyone else does. Because at the minute, I'm basing this off what I think might be done. And I might be completely wrong. Believe it or not, there's a possibility I could be wrong. I'm just putting it out there. There's a possibility. Yeah? I'm not sure if everyone is interesting enough to carry it. Maybe not. But I also thought that about a stand-up show. I think I was wrong for that, because that sold a lot of tickets. So, maybe. Who knows? Maybe worth a try. If people come, great. If people don't, not a problem. You know, build it and they will come. Exactly, Muster Man. Exactly. And also, much like FM, you're not obliged to turn up. Like, no one's going to force you to be there going, see, now you've bought Football Manager, so you have to be here. If it doesn't sound appealing, don't bother. You hit up the fee. I'm not hitting up FIFA. They won't have qualifying events for England. I can tell you this right now. They will not have qualifying events. They are very much their own. Team England or England Gaming are very much their own thing. We won't be getting any access to outside qualifiers for that. Yeah. All that stuff has to be done elsewhere. Again, because it's like, that's their brand, you know. Let's get involved with the Dutch. We could start our own federation. We could start the TJFM Federation. We can have our own qualifiers and claim to be an island. How do we get national? How can we call ourselves a nation? Because if we can become a federation, Yorkshire Federation, yeah, do that, then we can actually hold a qualifier there. That's how you get around it. Yeah? Okay? We'll do it that way. Okay? So, look up LaveCon. They did it off their own backs for space. Might give some ideas. Yeah. Now we're starting a new country. Yeah. Things escalate quickly, Deadpool, around here. you know. How has being our own nation not been mentioned on stream before? Yeah. We did a build a nation before, didn't we? Yeah. Let's do it properly. We can get Job as our president. Duba with a goal, but McQueen has gone down injured. It's me again. I suggest asking FIFA E now we form a republic. I mean, I'm going to start banning the word FIFA E in the chat. I've had to ban it with Aaron. But so the way you would get... So, okay, so if you wanted to keep the FIFA E angle, the only way you get real football in there is you take those clubs who agreed to be part of it, and they come over and they talk. That's how you get real football involved. No point just ringing fucking Colchester United and going, have you got a reserve player who wants to come and talk about Football Manager? Like, all right, who? I don't know. Just any of them. Just, we need a footballer. Why? Just because of FM, innit? Ralph Little said no. Yeah. Can we ban tournament as well? Yes. Having some data analytics would be cool. It would, but what data analytics though? Well, no club's going to share us the real stuff. I get that. That would be really cool to see though. Like having the episode we've just had with Jack talking about how he works as a head of recruitment is super interesting. But he's not going to share that live data with us. That's the problem. And that's the stuff that we want to see. That's the thing we want to see is like, how do we see the bit that they've got? You know, what does an actual scout report look like? We could maybe get the FM researchers in to talk to us about how they do it, you know, and then they could explain to us the process that they go through, how they scout, how they mark and assess the players, and then that comes into a discussion. That could work. Get the Liverpool doctor who did the Moneyball book. yeah, God, yeah, that got someone angry in the Discord, didn't it? Has there been a football-based convention before? I don't know. Mal, you've known me for long enough. You know that occasionally I just have an idea and I go with it, and I don't really look around everything else just yet. Like, you know, I think about stuff. I'm the high level guy, right? I need someone involved in logistics. I need a team around me to be like, right, Tony, we've started to do some research here, and there's loads of things that you've just said. Oh, okay, interesting. If there hasn't, it could be a bit of a gap. It could be, but it also as well, there could be a reason it hasn't been done before. Maybe it's just not been done by the right person before. You know, I'll always say there wasn't a stand-up show about this game before. It happened. There wasn't a film about this game before. It happened. You know, both of those things have happened. You know, the podcast isn't the most successful podcast on the planet, but there is one. And there's 3 now, isn't there? You know, the links to real football would have to come via the link ups that the clubs have with FM, I think. I have a podcast. I haven't got a podcast. No, not me, Kev. Not me. You're thinking of someone else. I would have mentioned it if I did. You used to have a podcast. The way you do it is meetups. You get enough meetups in different cities and you get a convention. Potentially. But the problem, the issue with that is that you've not got enough people willing to do it, so it doesn't happen. But anyway, I'm just spitballing ideas. Like, you know, what do I know? What do I know? You know, I'm just a man who comes with ideas, and maybe I'll follow some through. Some won't necessarily make it, but you know, if I end up doing it, it'll be fun. And I do think there'll be part of me will just do it anyway, like, because I know what I'm like. I'll just be like, fuck it, I might as well just do it. FM Con and TJ's back garden. We're getting the back garden done. We could actually. That's a good point. Could pay for the back garden. Yeah. We get a couple of sponsors in. I reckon it could happen. Get Manscaped back on the phone. Big ticket item. Live ball shaving on a Saturday night. How about a rap battle scenario? FIFA player versus FM player. Oh God. No. Unless they're both being put in the bin. That would be brilliant. Bring back KFC in the chair. Yeah. For what it's worth, I think you'll end up with putting something on because you're already part of the way there every year in Nottingham. True. We are part of the way there. It's not sufficient. I need more. I'll be avoiding the Manscaped booth. Oh, Deadpool. Well, snooze, you lose. You know what I mean? Do a coup on the Nottingham Comedy Festival. But see, enough people. There's already people complaining that they can't get to Nottingham. And again, that's also going to be part of it, innit? You know, it's people is going to be part of the issue, and advertising is going to be the other part of the issue. Is how do we get people to know about it? That's the thing, because we're not sort of like, you know, we know there's a hell of a lot of people haven't even heard there's a podcast. We know there's a hell of a lot of people don't know that YouTube content's a thing. Loads of people don't know that Twitch is a thing. So how do we get to those people? And as I say, it sadly is infiltrating the Facebook market, and it's having to end up on things like FM Scout, you know, and getting the people who follow that to find us. To essentially find the audience that we don't have right now. I had Specsavers admin for the other day by accident. Alright. Do you want to ask them if they'll sponsor something? The real is getting SI to endorse it. Yeah, they won't. I've already spoken to them about it. They're a bit busy at the minute, I think. Like they'll help advertise it, like they did with, you know, like they did with the stand-up show. That's really what helped push that, was they were happy to, you know, to promote stuff for us and retweet and all that sort of stuff. That was really, really useful. That definitely helped. But yeah, SI won't put their name to it because, again, I guess they don't really know what what it's going to be. And I guess now they've got Sega behind them as well, they can't really take as many risks like that. I think having them turn up to be part of it is definitely the way. Yeah. But we'll see. We'll see. It would certainly legitimise it. Even the old man Phil, how are you, sir? Hope you're well. Yeah, it would certainly legitimise it as a thing, but might just be the second floor of a small cottage. It could be. But don't worry though, we've spent a fortune on getting Jason Manford involved and half of the Lincoln City players, so great. 5 people have turned up. And well worth the effort. We've done it in Wickham. We've tried to get a streamer showdown happening, but no one was available. And we've declared war with another country because we started our own country. So, great convention. Oh, how's McQuain? I missed that. That's a great save. Football Manager 10 minute running of the States. A little bit, yeah. Unless we're going to get knocked out of the cup. Realise there's been FM having this stream. I barely realised that myself, Kev, to be honest. It's very much just in the background of it. You know, what does it add? Nothing, really. Just slows us down. It's just all it is punctuation to try and stop me talking. Oh, the usual sucker punch, right at the end, 2-0. It's a great ball in, by the way. And that 15 shots, 4 on target, no goals. Out we go. Out of the cup. Which is fine, we don't need to win that cup. It's not the cup we need. The African Champions League is the one we need. We're not getting anywhere near that, are we? We'd have a venue by now if it went for this cup run. Yeah, that's it. That's 100% it. If only we'd booked Ralph Little. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm a big fan of Ralph Little. I think he's lovely. I think he's really, really funny. Good lad. I just don't know whether people would queue up to meet him. Maybe they would. I don't know. How much would you pay to have your photograph taken with Ralph Little? I haven't taken anything in since Denise Van Houten was mentioned. I mean, that was about an hour and a half ago. So, yeah, it's a fair run, Roadhouse, to be honest. Right, and get someone from Dream Team involved with that. ironically, that's probably close enough for FM, innit? How much would Ralph Payne have a pick with me? Oh, like, you know what I mean? You would be rolling in money, Kev. Ralph Little would pay a small fortune to meet the United City FM. You kidding me? It's not enough money in the world. Yeah, meeting Kev is priceless. Absolutely priceless. Let's try and win this Confederations Cup? Yeah, Confederations Cup match. Right, marked improvement, please. This might be our last match as well, I should think. Oh, I thought that was us on the attack there. It's not, is it? They're wearing yellow. Great. 1-0 down already. I mean, Ted Lasso playing FM and it'll hit the masses. Well, again, Jason Sudeikis is a comic, so maybe. Oh, Brett Goldstein, actually. He's a comic. Probably could get in touch with Brett Goldstein, actually. Again, interesting. Or Nick Mohammed. He could be contactable. They're possibles. Again, nothing to do with FM. Nothing to do with FM at all. But, you know. This is where we try and work it out, innit? Look at the coast. It's just so obvious, isn't it? Just you see the slow moving. It's yeah. Tony Jameson convention. I could book Tony Jameson. I know him. Bilal might do something. Jamie Hutch might come. He might do some stand up. That'd be decent. I don't know. Try and work out when as well. That's also part of the issue, isn't it? Aquina onside, just over the top. Courage. Not that it makes a difference. If Carney can come off for a debut. Sapik is tiring. Oh, wrong one. Shabalala's not having a great time, is he? Right, Dover can go on. Great, corner them, and 2-0. Excellent. All right, that's us then. This is what happens when we start to actually look at the game, isn't it? We don't want that. bottom of our group. Excellent. Excellent. We've got time for 2 goals. We've got time, but is it likely we can get them? Unlikely, especially with heading like that. Especially with headers like that. That's not good enough, is it? So Bizet are going to win the group by the looks of it. I mean, it's going to go to the last match, so we could still qualify until we concede from this throw in, of course. Yeah, here it comes. Here's the third. Oh, should have been. Should have been. Never mind. Never mind. I think we had fun in a way. Maybe. Not really. When I heard Trifle trifle with my sorrows. Yeah. Yeah, I think the yeah, I think I need to think a few things through. Because unsurprisingly, Lamo was right. I do not have time to complete a Pentagon before FM25, unless FM25 gets delayed again. Which is going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games left. Yeah, well, no, 8 games left. 8 games left. We're not going to win the league. We're not going to finish second. The Champions League's looking a bit of a stretch. Do we maybe... Well, let's discuss that on Wednesday, shall we? As I say, no stream on Friday because we're away. But we'll have a think. We'll have a think. I'm sure this sale will continue to be fun. It will. It will continue to be fun. Right. I'm going to go to bed, though, because it's a good idea. It's been fun. Thank you very much, as always. Very helpful. Very helpful with regards to FM Con planning. Do go check out the latest video on YouTube if you want to have a little bit more of a watch of that. If not, take care of yourselves and go and give some love to Steak Bake. So, yeah, see you all on Wednesday. Pleasure as always. Take care, everyone. Bye now.